Alright, hey guys, Team Newbie on here. We're here to do a deck profile on, what's it called? Like freaking Bushiroad's Shop League. Yeah, Shop League. Alright, so I got first place, went 3-1, in a 8, was it 8, 10? 10 person tournament?
10 people.
10 people, yeah. It's like, so it's not that like impressive, but it's whatever. Alright, so let's go down with our grade zeros. So we run the Forerunner, Conroe, Simple. Then we run 4 heal. So self-explanatory. 3 draw. You heard me right. Only 3 draw. And we run one of the crit sentinels. So this came in clutch. So no at me. That 30k shield is pretty good. Plus another crit in your deck is also really good. Next off, we run 3 of the crit PG or no, Stride Fodder. Came in the new Finest Collection 2020. So it's pretty good. Never used it like for striding. I always used it for guarding. So came in clutch. And then run 4 of this crit. I actually never went GB1, and like the only time I went GB1 was the last round. So I didn't really use it for its skill, but it was there for guard value. So yeah, it's 9 crit, 3 draw, 4 heal deck. So yeah, big time rush. Right, so next off we have 2 Sables. The thing about Sable is it forces your opponent to guard 1, or they're gonna take it and then you're gonna +1. So it's a resource engine, because you either take a card from your opponent or you draw 1. So either way you plus with this card. So we're on 2 Lava Flow. Lava Flow is for you to check your 3s. Also, the effect of if you have more units than your opponent, gets +5, but typically that won't happen because you don't have a lot of ways to retire your opponent's cards. So yeah. So then we run 2 of the General Conroe. So it's a counter charge engine. Also switches your overlord units. So yeah, if you need a filter, then that's how you do it. Next off, we run 2 copies of this card, this old ass card. So whenever you retire your opponent's cards, you put in the soul, and then you counter charge 2. Because of the wording on it, it doesn't say during your phase or during your turn. So if you deny Griffin, you can put this in soul and then counter charge 2. So it's pretty good in tandem with using deny Griffin. They run 2 red dye Griffins. More pressure for your Vanguard attacks. Just remember that it has to be on boost as well. So, and it's once per turn. So, but yeah, so it kills itself afterwards. So it doesn't really matter. And then run the MVP of the deck, Cranley Tower Wyvern. Kill itself, Soul Blast 1, and then give your Vanguard +15. Pretty dank. So yeah, that's the grade 1 lineup. Next up is grade 2s, running 2 Ingroad Dragon. Searches your the cross. I actually need more of these in the deck because there's plenty of times where I didn't get the cross, but I got an overlord. So you need to be on the cross more than on the ends. So I might bump this up to like 3 or 4 later. Next up, we're running 4 copies of the cat. The end is your win con, so is the cross. So this card's really good. Gives puts yourself in soul for a CB1, and then you give your Vanguard Baldor. So it's pretty good. This is mainly your win con right here, because they have to pitch 2 cards every time they want to guard. So yeah. Then right here we're running Tor Cannon Dragon, right? Toward the Cannon Dragon. So you put a normal unit back in the bottom of your deck, and then you retire a card. And if you have 0 cards in your hand, or 4 or less, right? Yeah, 4 or less cards in your hand, you get to draw one. So works with the ends, or works with the cross playstyle. So you always get the +1, and then just remember that it's grade 2 or less for the retire cost. If I remember correctly, yeah, grade 2 or less. So you can't kill 3s or 4s. So yeah, just be really careful, because some people do make that mistake. And then run 2 Hulk Lore Dragons. So this is a combo with the Now Griffin. So you can so what you do is this is an old ass play, but you would have both of these on board. Now Griffin, and then you would kill 2 with kill another card with this card, and then put this in soul and then get the CB back. So you end up killing 2 cards that turn. So that's why we run it. Actually didn't came up because smart players would try to kill it. Because a lot of decks have retire on stride, like retire with strides. So they usually kill it, but it forces them to kill it. So it's a good card. So there's our 2 lineup. Typically, I probably wouldn't change anything, but like I would have to cut something from level grade 1s or whatever. And next up, we're gonna go with our Overlords. We're running 2 OG, not OG, but like V series Overlord. Effect comes in clutch whenever you're in a pinch. For its on main phase, Soul Blast 1, and then get plus 10k. Because of that, this card can be a very decent like attacker. So it actually came in very clutch in my round 3 matchup. Oh no, round 2 matchup. So yeah, this card's really good. And it also helps to have like more cards in your deck, like more 3s in your deck anyway, because like just in case you do have to stride. Like even though we're running like as many strides farther as we can, we still helps to have more. Next up we have for the ends. The end is your win con, and quote unquote pseudo win con as well. So yeah, on attack, you can use either one of its, or at the end of the battle, use either one of its skills. You tend to use this 3rd one first, and then the 2nd one after that. So the 3rd skill is, it's technically 2nd skill, but you would pitch 3, and then it restands, and then -1 drive, and also plus 10k. So you usually do that first, and then second, you would use its 1st skill to Soul Blast 1, Counter Blast 1, restand it, and -1 drive. So yeah, like that's how it works. I actually like all 4, like mainly I would always see this stupidly, because I didn't actually go like against you, Kevin. I didn't like I did this first, right? I didn't the cross. Yeah. So 3 of my games I actually opened up with this instead of the cross. So I came up great still, but like at the same time, like you want to be on the cross, so that's why you want to make sure you get the cross in this. But yeah, and then run 1 copy of the Legion. So it's there just in case you're in a pinch. But I actually might cut it. Like it's gonna be 4 copies of the cross. Because during the tournament, like I never saw this. I didn't want to see this at all in the tournament. If I saw this, I would probably lost some of my games. So I'm probably gonna cut this for the cross. The Legion is fine. It's just that like you're in a game state now where you have to basically try to win at level turn whenever you go grade 3. So if you see this, and this is the only grade 3 you have in your hand at the time, you might as well scoop. Because like, if you have to ride this, you're basically sitting on a vanilla. You don't want to do that to yourself. So this should have been the cross, or this the cross. So yeah. So yeah, there's the main deck. Well, let's go to our strides. So I actually didn't ever stride, like, at all in the tournament. I used my G-Guard, but that's about it. So we run 3 Damujin. Yeah, so if you have a lot of Sentinels in your drops, this gets stronger. Never went into him. But on attack, if it hits anything, is it Counterblast 2? Yeah, Counterblast 2, Soul Blast 1. If it hits anything and it attacks the whole board, you get a counter charge for that many. And then whenever it's face up already, you can free stride. Then we run 4 Ziegenberg. Again, didn't went into it. But it helped if you use either one of these two with the cot. Where's the cot? Yeah, with the cot while you're on overlord or while you're on the end. This could be really saucy, but never went into striding the whole games or the whole tournament. So yeah. Next up, we're running 2 the Purge, just in case you need to get in there. If you have too many overlords in your hands, you can just deal them 1 damage if you have to. And then Drachma. Again, never used them. And then the only cards we do use is the Griffin. I already used them once in the whole tournament, so. But yeah, it does come in clutch. More power for your G-Guards. Just in case you need to get rid of a 1 and to excel in your GB count if you need to. And then we were on 1 Defeat Flare. I wanted to use this at one time, but decided not to. So yeah. So there's the deck and premium. Pretty fun. It's kind of like standard plus basically at this point. So yeah. And always go Force 2. I don't know anyone who goes Force 1 with Overlord. It's kind of oof at that point. Alright, so yeah, so any changes I would make to the deck would be cutting this for new to cross. Maybe cutting these for inroads, but these came in clutch again, so I don't know. Typically I wouldn't change much in the deck, but like the main concept is you need to see the ends, or you need to see the cross. If you don't see the cross, your deck kind of like fimbles a bit, but like at the same time you still have the ends, which is what you actually want to get into. So yeah. So if Vanguard, if Bushiroad makes a card that gives Vanguard skill drain effect, that would be pretty dope. Should that happen, Kevin?
Yeah.
You think if Vanguard gave a skill drain, or skill drain effects, dude, that'd be busted. But yeah, so tune in next time. Team Neo Beyond signing out.